NBA players usually get recognized everywhere they go. In this video, however, we are going to show you all the times players were not at all recognized by the general public. First, we have Jordan Clarkson, who was being interviewed on the side of the road by a local news station in Utah. The most ironic thing about this is that the interview is actually about the Utah Jazz, who Clarkson plays for at the time of this video. The reporter asks Clarkson to spell his name, and then asks him if he has been to any Jazz games. I think it's possible he may have been to a game or two.
If I could have you spell your first and last name.
Spell it. Jordan Clarkson. JORDANCLARKSON.
Did you go to any Jazz games?
Yeah, a lot.
Next, we have Grizzlies star point guard Ja Morant, who was eating at a Dallas diner when his waitress begins questioning him on what he does. She had no idea she was talking to the most dangerous man in America.
Some kind of professional. You play football, basketball, or something?
Basketball.
So you play basketball?
Yeah.
You can go to the NBA?
I'm already in
Who are
there.
you playing for?
The Grizzlies. Your new favorite team.
She eventually finds out who he is. Ja ends up leaving her a $500 tip. Mac McClung might not be the most well-known NBA player, but you would think someone wearing his jersey would recognize him. I guess not, since this video says otherwise.
I like that jersey, bro.
That's hilarious. I said I like your jersey. He's like, thanks, bro. Kept walking.
The kid ends up being able to take a picture with Mac and even gets his jersey signed. Maybe the kid doesn't know whose jersey he has on because he barely seems excited in this video. Klay Thompson was interviewed on the side of the street in New York City.
I usually observe if the piping and stuff is new, or if sometimes, you know, something looks like it's been there a while. I kind of try to avoid that.
The cameraman apparently recognized Klay, but the reporter didn't have a single clue she was interviewing a Splash Brother. Klay later said in an interview he was being interviewing about all the scaffolding on New York City. Pretty random.
Did she have any idea who you were?
No, it was great. It was nice.
Did she just ask you your profession and you said NBA player?
No, the cameraman recognized me, but she didn't ask my profession, just what I thought about the situation, so I answered it truthfully.
Staying in NYC, LeBron James and his Cleveland teammates rode the subway back in 2017. You'd think people would notice a group of giants taking up a subway carriage. But when LeBron put the camera in a New Yorker's face, he didn't seem too pleased and clearly had no idea he was right next to the king.
What's cushy? I don't know this dude right here. He tripping.
Another time LeBron didn't get recognized in public is when he went undercover working at a pizzeria. Some people recognized LeBron, but for the most part, people just assumed he was just another employee.
He was very familiar. Very familiar.
First day on the job.
This guy even had a basketball on his sweater, but was still none the wiser.
Basketball, man. I keep telling him he's gotta try basketball.
No, I don't know that.
Even if you don't watch basketball, most people know who Shaq is. In this video, he goes undercover as a Lyft driver with some pretty questionable disguises.
What up, cuz?
What's going on?
No one seemed to notice Lyft drivers aren't usually 7 foot tall. It was only when Shaq took off his disguise, anyone recognized him.
No, you didn't.
I didn't know it was you at all.
Next, we have this year's finals MVP, Nikola Jokic, who walked into a supermarket in Bosnia to buy beer, and the cashier told him, "You are so tall, you should be a basketball player." To which the Joker just smiles. Wade went undercover as a Gatorade employee, with his disguise being just an afro wig and glasses. He even drops his own name when speaking to a customer.
I mean, guys like in basketball, guys like Dwight Howard, Dwayne Wade, those kind of guys use these.
Yet no one is any wiser as to who he is. During the 1992 Summer Olympics in Barcelona, John Stockton goes on the hunt to find some Americans. He ends up finding an American woman who even has a Dream Team t-shirt on, but she still doesn't realize who is interviewing her.
Is Charles the only one you've ever seen?
It's the only one I've ever met.
Hey, guys, do you know any of those guys on there?
She ends up eventually getting the hint with some help.
You play on a team.
I do, yeah.
Who is that guy?
We're making a point that nobody ever recognized you.
Lastly, we have Draymond Green, who went undercover as an estate agent, and the disguise wasn't really a disguise at all. All Draymond had to do to reveal his cover was take off his glasses.
I am actually Draymond.
This thing was not Ray. Oh my God, my son is gonna freak out.
And I don't think the people being pranked still had any idea who he was. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like and we'll see you in the next one.